Starting on the Aussie signal tracer project. Alright, just as promised, we are back on our project, our new Aussie signal tracer. I've already ran into a problem. I have the circuit board, I have plenty of those, but I am fresh out of 8-pin sockets. Now this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18-pin socket. What I'm thinking about is taking and cutting it basically on the 5th pin there, and that gives me 2 4-pin sockets. Maybe. See, there's no inner bar in there, so whoops, I'm not doing a very good job of putting this on camera. There's no inner bar in there, so I don't know exactly if I can do that or not. See, there's nothing across here, so when I cut this, it's going to be very thin as far as. Now once it's soldered, it doesn't matter, but until I get it soldered. Now my second option is to take 4 of these on each side and use those. Now what I'm gonna do is take the one of the LM386s or something and put in there and see how well they fit, because I just soon use these as try to cut these down, because you know, it just makes more sense. So let me do that, and I'll bring you right back. Alright, what we have here is I think it's a 555. I don't know what it is. It's the same setup, doesn't matter. Let's see how well these do fit or don't fit. Oh, looky there. I mean, that's like it's made for it. Now, it's doesn't want to stay in there. I don't know how deep those are. But anyway, I think I probably can press it down a little harder than I did, just to see if it's going to stay or not. There you go. Look at that. Is that nice or what? That will work perfectly. I do believe. Very happy about that. So I'll cut it there, and then I'll cut it down here, and then we'll have our pins for one of them. Then I'll have to do the same thing again. I'm glad I got 4 of these rails, because looks like I'm going to be using them kind of quick if I keep doing this. So, alright, let me get them cut and we'll put them on the board and go from there. Alright, back once more. I have, after the careful consideration, I decided I'd rather run the 18-pin socket, because I very seldom will ever use an 18-pin socket for anything, for one thing. But anyway, that's what I did. I think it was an easier job too. There is a little bit of a. Yeah, I'm going to get this up higher so I can. Every time I go to do this, now I'm in the frame. So anyway, that's what we got. It was 2 of them. That's 2 8-pin sockets, and that's what we wanted. So that will work out rather nicely. Double check to make sure, but I'm pretty sure they will fit those pretty good. I don't know why they wouldn't. Whoops. There you go. They fit pretty nice. Of course, they'll need to be pushed in a little bit. They always do. They'll work good. That will work. All right. Going to solder them in, or at least put them in the board, and so they'll have something steady to be against. Alright, I'll bring you back for more. Alright, the first pieces are on. They're not soldered, they're just bent over on the pins, is all they are. So those are in. That's always the way I like to start with them, because those are the big pieces. Probably go with some resistors next. I need to do something I didn't do, because I don't know why I wasn't thinking, but I need to mark the these things here, all the switch connections and things like that I usually mark. So I've got to do that first, and then I'll show you what I got. Good Saturday morning to you, YouTube. Here with you on the workbench. And I'm here to say that I didn't get very far on the Aussie signal tracer. I started to work on it, and then Bob gave me sent him a text message saying that he'd run into a problem and that I should not put any more together until he tested it. So I've been waiting for that. Anyway, back with you again. He was asking me something funny. I have my soldering iron heating up, so I'm going to start working on this a little bit more. Now that one's just in. That's the high voltage cap for the probe, and I'm going to work on this some today. But first, I think I already mentioned the wires that Dave sent. I know, I'm pretty sure I did here. And on my parts from yesterday. I think I got all that in yesterday. Also, yesterday I was scheduled to get a radio from UPS. Anyway, it finally arrived. It was very late as far as usually what UPS runs here in town. But it did arrive. So here it is. Yes, it is a Blaupunkt, a Blue Point radio. Now this is, you guys see that, or some people see that word Blaupunkt and they think, oh wow, that's something special. No, it's not. This is a Chinese radio, and they have really went down in their standards. It's not. Even you see it says established in Germany. Well, maybe it was established, but this was not made in Germany. I guarantee you that. Anyway, like I said, I did open it up and take a look. I haven't gotten it out, but I looked at the instructions and things like that. But I really haven't done anything else with it. This I may. It depends a lot on some things, but I may go ahead and put this in my car. I want a Bluetooth receiver in there, and I just like having something like this. It's got a remote with it, which the remote was okay, but it was supposed to see, download the app and take control. Work with your phone. There was an app, and that's one of the reasons I got into the manual. I wanted to see the QR code so I could scan that and download the app. Well, guess what? The app doesn't work, or it won't download. So that's a strike there, you know. But what do you expect for like $12? This was like $12. So, you know, you can't really say too much about it, right? So, but like I said, it does have a remote. It's not a big deal, but and you know, you can always manually tune it and stuff like that. But anywho, that's what that is, and maybe we'll have another video on that someday, putting it in or something. We'll see, but I'm not big on putting new car radios in anymore because I'm not young, and you know how that is. But there is several videos on getting the radio in and out of my car on YouTube, so I may do that. What you see in front of you is the updated schematic for the Aussie excuse me, signal tracer. This I have updated with R1, R2, or you know, that way. The reason I did that is because these prints are, as you can see, in black and white. They're not in color, and in order for me to know what value these resistors are, I have to know what they are and look on the schematic and be able to see that R3 is a where is it? Oh, there, 100k ohm resistor. So I just need to know. That's why I did that, because Bob's always said, oh, you like to number everything. Well, you know, I like to number it so I can know what it is. But this was the original one I did here. It doesn't have the numbers on, so we'll put that in the file. And alright, so like I said, this video will be putting some of these parts in on the Aussie signal tracer. Now, that's another thing I want to mention. I checked my informed delivery, USPS informed delivery this morning, and looks like the parts that Bob sent will be in the mail today. So should have those, and we'll be able to slap those into the original PTR signal tracer and give that a test. So that'll be fun. So that may not be done until later on because it depends on when the radio or the mail runs, stuff like that. So let me get started here and let me put a few components in and I'll bring you back. All right, it is now 11:16 in the morning. I have a little update here. I have several of the resistors in, and I'll say this C1 here is what I have in. I have C2 here, I have R2 here, I have R5 here, R4, oops, what did I say, R5? R3, I'm sorry, R3, R4, R5, and R6 there. And then this is C3 here. Now I don't have them connected up here yet, but all the bottom, I'll show you the bottom. There's what I'm doing on the bottom. Now I'm doing this a little bit different. As you can see, I'm just making a good connection, twisting the wires together and doing that route instead of trying to use the little solder pads. You know, I do use the solder pads, but mainly for just holding down components and things like that. Now those particular ones right there will be cut off short, and they get the switch wires there. So not too much going on there. Now, like I say, this is the difficult part here is going to be this run here. This is, like I say, I've got the C3 in here, and I've got to connect it to R4, and then it goes over to R7, which also has a C4 across it. That won't be a problem doing that, but in fact, I may just go ahead and put that on the resistor. I think that might be the best way to do it. And then, like I said, I have to come over the top of this, which is R3. Now R3 will connect to pin 3 here. And so either I have to jump across that, or this has to jump across here. I think it would be easier to jump across here and connect R3 here. So that's what I'll probably do. Like I say, I'm going to take a little break and stretch my legs, go to the bathroom, check on email, etc. So I'll be back in a little bit. I'm back once more, YouTube. I have 11:45 now in the morning still. This is R7 and C4, just this one right here, and that is in now. That is all connected below. It is proper as far as the wiring goes, so that's good. We're happy with that. And the only thing I have to do is connect on this end and do that. Now the other stuff that I did was I think was this one here. Connected all that to pin 2 or pin 3. Yeah, pin 3. I'm sorry. Pin 1's over here. Pin 3, and that's this this network here. So all that is connected. Everything else is connected on that part. Pretty much down to the point where I need to connect the diode here and stuff like that. So here's the diode. Then I have a resistor here. I may go ahead and put the resistor in first and do the same thing with this 0.01 across that I did. As you can see, I just parallel it with the R7 there. So now also I did not have a 15 picofarad. I had 10 and I had 20. So Bob said use 20. That's what I've used. So that's that. That looks pretty good. I like that. Like that a lot. Now I think I'm going to take a break here and go ahead and upload this part of it because this is taking longer than I thought it would. For one thing, I'm taking my time. After the doing the Bob's PTR signal tracer, I had a lot of mistakes on that as far as soldering and stuff. So like I said, I've been taking more time to get this one right and get it in the way it's supposed to be. And so once that is done, you know, it'll be a lot better, I think. Bob still hasn't got this working yet. He's still working on the problem. He's got a couple of problems. He thinks maybe there's solder problems, but he didn't know for sure yet. So, all right, I'm going to take a break here. Like I say, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I do appreciate you watching, and we will see you.